Hello.
Hello, Reed.
How are you doing?
Good.
Would you like to state your name for the court?
Yeah. My name is Ellie Moyer.
Welcome to the Honors Podcast.
What grade are you? What are you studying? And where are you from?
I'm a senior. I have a dual degree in pop culture and media production and technical theater, and I'm from Springhill, Florida.
Springfield, Florida.
Springhill, Florida.
Springhill.
Yeah,
I did not peg you for a Florida person.
Yeah, most people don't. It's about an hour outside of Tampa,
Okay.
where I live.
I was talking to someone the other day about Tampa, and apparently there's all these tunnels under Tampa from the Cuban mafia that
I don't know
connected
about
all the
that,
banks
but-
and the casinos.
I wouldn't put it past it, but that sounds like that would be more in Miami.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised too, but that is what it is. So, were you raised and born in Florida?
I was not born in Florida, but I was basically raised there. I was born in Paoli, Pennsylvania, which is where my whole family is from. But we moved to Florida when I was 4.
I see. Well, so you got the Philly
Yeah.
Eagles repping.
Yeah, always.
So, what would you say about that experience? How does growing up in Florida affect you?
It was, well, my experience growing up in Florida was a lot different, I think, than some people's because I went to 2 tiny private Catholic schools. And so it was a very close-knit group of people. And it was just about as small town as you can, think.
That was fun. Did you
Yeah.
like the small town vibe, or do you ever yearn for a bigger, fast pace?
I don't know if I love the small town, but I don't know if I yearn for the fast pace. I think
Yeah.
I kind of like the in-between.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Although I will say I hate the suburbs. It always makes me think of the scene from A Wrinkle in Time, where they go to the planet and they're just balancing the basketballs and jumping hoops. And I'm like, no, it's too monotone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like the quiet area too. I love
Yeah.
being near nature. Because
Yeah.
I was raised in the mountains. I don't know if
Yeah.
you live near any Everglades or beaches or
We
anything.
don't where I live. Everywhere is within a 10-minute drive to the beach in Florida, but there wasn't a lot of nature around, but there was pretty parts. There were woods near me growing up that were really pretty.
No, that's good. Do you remember what extreme passions you had as a child? Whether it's a favorite book series or TV show or just things you love doing?
As a kid, I mean reading just in general. My friend group in middle school started a reading club
Oh my gosh.
where we would all read the same books, and yeah, so we all would because there was only how many people in my graduating class in middle school. So when I left 8th grade, there was 24 of us. And I think that was the most that class had ever been.
So it's small.
So yeah, it was I had known the 2 of the people in that friend group, who I then proceeded to go to 4 years of high school with. I had known since we were 4 years old.
Wow. Did you enjoy that, or did you
I think it was nice, but it was definitely a little bit of a shock coming here, not knowing anyone.
Yeah.
After being so used to traveling with people I knew the whole time.
I bet. I went to the same school from 5th grade till graduating, and that was 8 years of spending
Yeah.
time with these people, and then coming to college
Yeah.
starting over.
You have to
So
find all
freshman
those
year takes a
people.
lot of social energy, and you're just you're starting over in a lot of ways. So
Yeah.
it's a interesting phenomenon. Did you have any specific books or shows that you loved in your little reading group?
We really enjoyed the Percy Jackson book series. We were all a big Greek mythology group.
It's good. Oh,
Yeah.
which is pretty good because I remember watching your honors junior thesis
Yeah,
project,
yeah.
and it was portrayal of
Yeah, it was
specific Greek person, or just
It was portrayals of mythological creatures, mythological beings. We did a hero, a god, and a goddess in through the lens of pop culture lenses. We did TV shows, movies, and video games.
That's cool. And the Percy Jackson kind of helped knowing about that.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of our group members actually even used the Percy Jackson books
Yeah.
as one of their references for the paper.
It was very cool. I never got into Percy Jackson. I feel like it was a couple years before me.
Yeah, it was really. I think it was kind of my year. We were
Yeah.
it was coming out. It was really popular, but I don't know very many people in the younger years who
Yeah.
got as into it.
I remember I read one of them, the off-brand one, Apollo's Son or something.
Yeah.
And I liked it. It was good. Greek mythology and the
Yeah.
kids. It's that same thing with Harry Potter, where it's ordinary kids
Yeah.
find out there's something cool about them. So all the
Yeah.
readers be it could be me. It could be me. It's
Yeah,
them
honest-
waiting your 12th birthday for
Yeah.
the Hogwarts letter.
Though it is hard to sometimes pick up those books when you're past a certain point.
Yeah, especially if the series is ongoing.
Yeah.
I have one of those series where I got into it in middle school and loved reading it through high school. It's still going, and I want to know how it ends, but it's not written to my age group anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why I think the Harry Potter series worked really well because the age group raised with them.
Yeah, because they raised an age in the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a good idea, but
That's very cool. Okay, so you went to a small private Catholic high school.
yeah.
And then fast forward a little bit to your senior year of high school, junior
Yeah.
year, you're looking at colleges, applying
Yeah.
colleges. COVID is also going on. That's
Yeah.
a whole episode.
Well, not really, but
No.
Well, so Florida decided that,
Right.
COVID didn't exist for very long. And so I was back fully in person my entire senior year.
Oh.
So I only was online from March 2020 until summer. And then they went back in person in August. They did not wait. So it was a little bit strange.
Yeah. Did it work out okay?
Yeah, it was fine, I guess. We were a small enough school.
Yeah,
but
makes
we
sense.
definitely shouldn't have done it. Definitely wasn't a good idea, but
Okay, that's good. So you got back to a little bit of a normal experience. So you looked
Yeah.
at colleges, and you ended up here at High Point University.
yeah.
Do you remember what you were looking for that senior year of high school and then going to freshman year of college, what you were looking for out of college? And
Well, I was looking for obviously a theater program that had a stage management focus because that's what I wanted to do. But I was also looking for a theater program that reminded me of like my high school one. That was more like a friend group kind of. It felt more. I wanted it to feel less like a professional thing. Even though you want it to be professional, I still wanted it to feel a little bit more relaxed. So when I came here for admitted students day, and I met Elizabeth Malone, who was a senior when I was a freshman, and she toured me, like she let me come shadow her at a rehearsal of Godspell here that was going on, and that's how I met a whole bunch of people, including like Savannah and a bunch of people who I ended up like becoming really good friends with. So that was really awesome, and I think that really like cemented my decision to come here because I met the people who were working, and they all seemed really awesome.
That's great. And then as you've come here and gotten into that department, has it held up to be true?
Yeah, no, I think we've continued with the mentality of like we're kind of all like it's kind of all like a close-knit family friend group.
That's good. While still learning all those great professional skills.
Yeah.
Like side plot, I'm also in the theater department a little bit. I do the shows and stuff, so I kind of know Ellie through that as well. So I can definitely also speak to how great. I also love how they make you do everything.
Yeah.
So Ellie as stage manager still also kind of has some like costume stuff and like lighting board.
Yeah.
And then she could have done a little bit of performance if she wanted to, but
Yeah,
I'm
Jay
not
did
ever
try.
into
Well,
that.
Jay did force me to do 2 directing scenes my freshman year
Aw.
because I was in his acting class. So
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, because everyone has to take the acting class.
Yeah.
That's one most. So yeah, it's a great program. So if anyone's interested, you can check that out. Anyway, okay, so you had that whole world going on for you. Tell me
Yeah.
about the media production side, and then also how you got into honors program.
Well, for media production, I actually didn't pick up my media production degree until my second semester here. I originally came in as a double major in technical theater and history because that's what I was really interested in. But as I was here for my first year, I don't even remember how we learned about the film program, but I will say it was really my mother who wanted me to branch out because she thought that the theater and film world would work really well together. And I talked to a couple of the professors and they agreed. And so I picked up a film major that second semester and started taking classes. And then it was a minor at that point. And then it switched to being my other major. And history dropped down to a minor, and then I am no longer a history minor either.
That's good. But you still took a good bit of history classes.
Yeah, and
that you
I
enjoyed.
had a really good time in the history classes. I wish I could finish it. I really wish I could, but it was just not enough time.
Yeah, that was something I learned, especially kind of like a crisis within the honors program. It's like everyone's like max out their credits and like make it count for a minor or something.
Yeah.
Like not everything has to count towards something. You can have your major and maybe a minor and then just take other classes you're interested
Yeah,
in.
I definitely did that.
Yeah.
As for the honors program, I forget how I think I was told like I was like honors program eligible and they told me to apply and I didn't really know a lot about it and so I read about the program. It seemed really interesting. And so I applied. I applied pretty late, which was my thing. I applied when did I submit my honors? Like May 3rd. Like it was very late. So the fact that I got into the honors program is shocking sometimes because I was on the fence about coming to High Point, which I'm going to be honest about. I almost went to Temple University in Pennsylvania, but I decided to stick with High Point because the program I think it really won out in the end. But which is why I submitted the honors thing so late. But I got in. I got in pretty quickly, and I've never regretted it.
That's good. So how was the first 2-year experience with the living in Finch?
It was a wild time. I have some of my best and some of my craziest memories from that time. It is honestly like putting a bunch of crazy kids into a house together and trying and seeing what happens. That's what it feels like. A bunch of people who don't really know each other, but then you all become like really close. And so it feels weird in the next 2 years when you're not all living in Finch and you're like, I used to live with them.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a weird feeling. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, I met my best friend Isabel that way, like living in Finch. Like we met not even at an honors thing actually. We met at a theater thing, and then we met through honors kids though. But living in Finch altogether really made it easy to like.
Do you have a favorite memory you like look back on makes you laugh a lot?
There was one time I brought my dog to Finch to visit, and I was living up on the 4th floor, and she was then taken and run around the entirety of the 4th floor by a group of 4th floor residents.
Yeah.
It was a very entertaining night.
I'm sure the dog enjoyed that too.
Oh yeah, she was having a great time. She actually tried to leave me. I was like, you can't stay with them. I know you're having fun.
Tell me about the first time you met Dr. Hedman.
I'm trying to think. I don't actually. It probably was his class, Here Be Dragons.
Okay.
I think.
Did y'all have the humanistic inquiry class going on too?
Yeah. That was our humanistic inquiry. Here Be Dragons.
Yeah, but there's like the once a week.
Oh yeah. Also
Oh.
those the seminar thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, they like changed the name. Over
Yeah.
the years.
Yeah. But those were my first like real impressions of Hedman.
Yeah.
So
Well, your initial thoughts of him.
he was a character. I love Hedman. He never ceases to make a conversation interesting.
Yes.
I don't think I ever walked away from a conversation without being like, without remembering it. Like that's my favorite thing is that I think I always remembered everything Hedman said because he says it in such a dramatic way.
I know. I wonder Like, did he like train his voice to like talk like that, or has he just always been? Because it's such a captivating way he talks.
I know. I'm wondering if it's the English in him.
The
I don't
like
know.
English theater
Yeah,
combination
the
he's
English
got.
theater person in him. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, what's your favorite honors class that you've taken,
Let's think. There's been a lot.
or just one that you've learned a lot from?
Let's think. I mean, I really liked the Prague trip. That
I'm
was
going on that.
Yeah. Reed hasn't gone yet, but it's a fun experience. And it's fun to see how the professors take the aesthetic inquiry for honors and shape it to the Prague landscape. Because I feel like no class that you take there is the same as any other class that anyone else has taken there, which I think is really cool. Because, like, even a couple people have taken the same class that, like, I took while I was there, but it was almost completely different.
So they like change it.
Yeah, because I know it was still evolving when we were taking it. Jay was still figuring out Jay and Lepowski were both still figuring out the class.
Yeah.
And so it was still, like, evolving. So I think the next year that they ran it, it was, again, different. Because they were still evolving it, and then I don't think Jay is going this year, so it'll be different again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was hearing about it from people who are in Lepowski's class, and it sounded different from what I knew it was last year.
yeah,
I'm personally taking the sports aesthetic inquiry with Dr. Winkle.
that sounds like fun.
Yes, I love Dr. Winkle. He's one of my favorite professors. And I've
That
never had him.
it's always you always have those professors. One person that you really love, but you almost like never have classes with.
No, like I literally just met him from going to conference with him, and we went running together. Because Dr. Winkle is the guy who'd be like, who wants to go on the 7 a.m. run with me? And I'm always like, I'm down for anything. And we
Reed's
did.
ready.
No, he left me in the dust.
Oh my god.
We were running over a bridge, and like he like ran to the other side, and I was like, I can't get up the hill. But yeah, he's so cool. I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah, that should be exciting. I know when we went to Prague, there was a soccer game happening. So
I know. I think as part of the course, we're gonna like go see some different sports games and different stuff like that.
that would be
really
cool.
So yeah, that'll be fun. And then, do you have a film capstone thing that's been going on?
Yeah, actually I was there last night. We were there till like 11 o'clock. We're shooting our short film for my senior capstone for film right now. So we're doing it's called Hidden in Plain Sight. It's kind of, as we describe it, a Goonies, Scream, and Riverdale mix. It's very strange, but it's basically the story of like a group of friends who are off to find treasure, and then a twist happens where they keep going missing and someone is picking them off one by one and they don't know who it is.
Tell me about what role you've played in the process of producing, preparing, and involving this film, and what you learned from that.
Yeah. Well, I'm producing it. I have been producing the whole thing, and so I've been doing a lot of the budgeting, the scheduling, the equipment rental. It's been a lot of the logistical stuff, and I've learned a lot about the timing of things. We've done a lot of every single time we go out and film, we learn we have to do something slightly different. Like we get there too early one day. We are not there early enough. The equipment doesn't work one day. It works fine the next. It was, we literally, the mics, we had a shoot on Friday. The mics were fine.
Yeah.
Then we shot yesterday and 2 of them were not working. So it's just the ever-evolving nature of the equipment.
I know. Technology, and like we have good equipment.
Yeah, we have,
let's preface that, but
yeah, like really,
technology,
really good equipment.
it's like 70-30 sometimes.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter how good your equipment is. It will still give you an issue at one point.
I was literally having that with my cameras. It like was not reading the SD card and it was like not recording. And I was like, I know what the problem is, but I have no idea how to fix it.
In the middle of one time, we were trying to record a concert and it just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hit the record button and then it just stopped recording halfway through.
Well, that's what my professor says. Failure is the best way to learn. And Meisner. Anyway, so that's very cool. That's great. And that seems like that's a lot of applications you can then apply to your stage management experience.
I mean, the positions overlap a lot. I mean, producing is a little bit more like production management, which is a little bit more like what Brandon does for the theater department. But it definitely helps with stage management. I mean, it's within the same thing of like managing people.
Yeah. Just because I don't know, what has been your like show career here?
Show career.
Yeah, like what have you been involved in? What have you stage managed for?
So we could start at the beginning. So freshman year, I started on my production of Something Wicked This Way. Wait,
Something Wicked This Way Comes.
yeah, Something Wicked This Way Comes as the ASM and soundboard op. It wasn't originally the soundboard op, but our soundboard operator had an emergency, and so I ended up doing that because it was the black box, and
Yeah.
you don't really need an ASM in the black box. And then I ended up second semester stage managing dance for my first time. I did it was called Evolution Spring Dance, and I stage managed that, and then I light board opt and programmed for Periphery, which was happening at the same time. And then the next semester when we came back, I stage managed Wolves with Jay, and then I was light board operator for Cinderella. But I didn't actually join Cinderella until 2 days before it opened because the light board operator couldn't do it once again. So, and then the next semester I did Lost Girl. Was it Lost Girl? Yeah, it was Lost Girl. And then the next semester I did Lone Star and Laundry and Bourbon as stage manager. And then I also did Addams Family as deck crew.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did Not Quite Almost as stage manager. And then Steel Magnolias as stage manager, lead deck crew for Christmas Carol. And then this semester I lead deck crewed Spring Dance, and I am prop master for Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, okay. You're running prop master.
I know, it's just a little bit of... And then I also did lighting design for a capstone and dance capstone and a senior, like, theater capstone my sophomore year.
Dang, that's really cool. I didn't know you got so much lighting experience.
Yeah, it's been slow throughout the years, but, like, I do whenever I have a chance.
And, yeah, I'm really trying to get into that. And
Oh, Ken said that.
I need to email Ken because he asked me. Because I'm helping them with Brannigan, with whatever you do.
Yeah, no,
physically moving the lights for Much Ado.
They need help with focus because a couple of us can't be there, so...
Yeah.
He mentioned that he was like, Reed's coming to help with focus.
Yeah, because I'll be there and I'm not afraid of heights.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the main criteria.
Yeah. A lot of our 1100s are
That is
afraid of
great.
heights.
Yeah, he asked me to come help with making the magic sheet.
Ooh, that's cool.
I know. I was like, not
Yeah.
qualified for that, but I'm ready to learn.
Yeah, he's really good about teaching people about that. So.
I know, and he doesn't think he is.
No,
Which-
but it's because he taught high school, so.
Yes, he dumbs it down very well.
Yeah.
It was good. Which I don't know how he survived in high school.
I know, I don't. He acts like he was like, I just taught high school. I'm like, that's high school.
That's high school. Like
College is one thing, but like high school.
props to you.
Yeah, high school technical theater teacher.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one.
Like you are dealing with people's lives.
Yeah, like you deal with a bunch of high school children and heavy machinery.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Did you have anything crazy happen when you were in high school tech theater?
Nothing crazy happened. I mean, my theater department's tech theater program was basically just me and one of my friends.
It's always like that.
Yeah, so we got this is gonna sound crazy. We got a $30,000 light system my senior year, and our director, like the woman who ran our program, didn't know how to hang a light, and didn't hire anyone to do it. So me, as a senior in high school, had to lead a light hang to hang all of the front of house lights, which were up on a catwalk that was 60 feet in the air, and you had to hang the lights out over the edge.
Yeah.
And so I was I was working with a bunch of high schoolers trying to hang this. It was an entertaining time.
Oh, that's fun. My high school got to a crazy point where we were doing Legally Blonde.
I did Legally Blonde my senior year.
Yeah. And our L. Woods was also the lighting programmer.
Our Vivian was the sound operator.
Yeah.
It's just the high school
no one
theater
else
things.
could do it.
Yeah.
Nor really wanted to because, like, I don't know. The light board and sound had,
I-
like, this weird stigmatization. It's like, ew, that's gross.
For Legally Blonde, at the same time, I stage managed, I lighting designed, I basically ran the light board. I also sourced all the props and all of the costumes
Wow.
because our director just was not there.
No.
But she was there enough to build a 22-foot wall to be the Delta New house
Yeah.
that no one could move.
Oh, right, because that one has to come off stage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
it was crazy.
Yeah, ours was, I don't know. I was barely in it. I was just weird law student,
This is just
party
the
guy.
background. Yeah.
That was fun. But I was like, I was good friends with the Elwoods too. And like, she would literally sing her song and then run to the light board in the audience, like do something, and then run back on stage and
That's
be like,
crazy.
Legally Blonde.
That's crazy.
It was, because like, she was the only one who could do it. So I don't know. It's definitely some differences between high school and college
Yeah,
theater.
yeah,
Definitely
definitely.
professionalizes a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot.
um,
That was good. Okay, so well, you've had a pretty good career. It was good.
yeah.
So what's the next steps for you?
I'm still applying. I've had a few interviews with some theater companies, but they're in the early stages, so
Yeah.
probably won't hear anything back until a lot of the programs don't start until August. So because it's either a summer program going from May to August or a full year program starting in August and ending in July or something like that. And so it takes a little bit longer to hear back from some of the programs.
Makes sense. So you're applying to different theater companies, no like grad school or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna I went to SCTC last year as a junior, and I met a couple stage managers, and when I talked to them, a lot of them said the best thing for stage managers to do is to go out to graduate with your bachelor's, go out, try to get experience some way, like whether it's working a job, whether it's working at a theme park, whatever that experience is. See how you feel in that job, in that in that thing you want to do, and then decide if you need to go back to grad school.
Yeah.
Basically, just to not go to grad school and it be a waste of your time.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the
Yeah.
advice I've always been told, which you definitely don't get told when you're in
Yeah.
high school. It's like, don't go to grad school unless you absolutely know.
Yeah,
that's
and
what you
and
need
sometimes
education in.
it's different because some degrees like grad school is a little bit more of a next step is legitimately to go to another
Yeah.
school. But I feel like theater, film, there's some degrees that it's kind of like
Yeah.
either way could be.
Yeah.
Because I know Issa's doing the master's program.
Yes.
The master's program here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's very cool. How was your dream change? Like, you're still interested in stage management, but do you have any interests in getting into the film production stuff too?
Yeah, I definitely have
What's
gained
your-
a lot more of an admiration for the film side of things since picking up the film major, and this semester has definitely been a lot bigger kick in that direction because I feel like I've been doing a lot more with film, and I really like it, and so I feel like this semester has really made me feel like I could pick up a career in film. So
That's good.
because I'm also applying to a couple of film.
Film places.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see. Like I said, when I talk about it I said down the line I would like to have either stage management or a film job. I think I would be happy if it was both either.
Very cool. What's the dream position at where?
This is
Where
a
do you
question
see
I get a
yourself
lot.
in the 10 years?
I
Cliche
want to be
question.
stage managing still.
Yeah.
I want to be. I would hope to be on Broadway,
Yeah.
doing some awesome shows. That would be fun.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Why do you like it? Why are you passionate about this?
I really like seeing shows be put on. I describe it as liking to see the process, watching someone's vision from a small creative talk at the beginning of a process all the way to the full production on stage is such a wonderful thing to watch, and so I love watching it, and so that's just what I want to keep doing.
That's great. It's very humanity. I really like that. Okay, so we talked about your childhood, where you came from, your college journey, all these crazy different passions you've explored, the history detour.
Yeah, my little history detour. I
That
love.
was fun. History is great. There's a lot to be learned from it.
I literally my last history class I took was a history class on Athens and Sparta. It was so much fun.
That was good.
I love that professor.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot about the Greek history because I'm doing scenography right now for
Yeah.
Antigone. So I'm doing all that research on the architectural design. And I was look, because we have a lot of Greek columns. Like
Yeah,
everywhere
we
in the
really
world.
do.
Like everyone steals from the Greeks, which I then found out stole from the Egyptians.
Yeah.
'Cause they were the first
No,
ones
everyone's
who did
stealing
all
from
that.
everyone. There's no original thought.
Yes,
That's
you're the
just-
second person to say that
Yeah,
on
no,
the
it's-
podcast.
Yeah, it's a history fact, not an original thought.
Yeah, which is like it's very telling of human nature. Is like we are social creatures to the point where like
Yeah.
we steal each other's ideas.
Yeah, no, literally, it's like, don't repeat the past is like a phrase for a reason because we do it so often.
Yes, it was very good. Okay, so you had that whole fun detour, and now you're off in the world applying to different stage management company, which I feel like you will get. You're pretty cool and all that fun stuff. So you completed your 4-year journey here at
Yeah.
college, about to graduate. So now you're in your wise years. As you reflect on the past, what, in your opinion, has been the point of college?
For me, the point of college has kind of been to grow in a place where it's been okay to like stumble. I mean, in our program specifically, I know it's hard to express that for everyone, but like I feel like when we've been in the theater program, we talk a lot about like it's okay to like mess up.
Yeah.
And like that's one thing that I think makes college really worth it is like especially in like hands-on majors like film and like theater, that ability to stumble, mess up and make those mistakes and be okay and be able to learn from them is such an invaluable experience.
That's good. I love the answer. All right, to wrap up the podcast, what do you call this? Podcast. I have a tradition I've started called Leave a Question.
Okay.
So the previous guest has left you a question to answer, and then you will
Okay.
have the opportunity to leave a question for the next guest. This is an idea I stole from another podcast. No original thought. Okay. What is the moment where you felt most proud of yourself?
I think that's a hard one. I think the moment when I felt the most proud of myself was when Not Quite Almost was successful. That was a bitch of a show.
Yeah, because that was like a new work.
Yeah.
And like the script was constantly changing, and
It was a hard thing to get, like,
yeah, because there's a lot of timing stuff in that.
it was and it was
Were
a
you
lot
doing
of,
that from the stage management box? Dang.
I was off, so they were on stage facing the, like, outside audience, and I was where they were facing, so I was watching it through a camera facing the opposite way, so it was basically like being in the black box.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's
But
good.
when that first night it went off, I was like, we've done it.
That's great. All right. Thank you for that answer. You can choose a color, leave a question,
Okay.
and then date and your initials.